Here is a 2 to 3 minute overview of this thing called value proposition. So many organizations get their value proposition wrong, not because they don't understand it necessarily, but because they fail to articulate it in a way that can connect with their end user target, or that it is simply unclear. However, when it comes to your website, value proposition means different things. There are multiple types of value proposition. For example, there is your corporate value proposition, which is the primary thing that you do that articulates or that justifies why a customer should engage with you. That's your corporate value proposition. But when it comes to your website, you have different types of value propositions, such as an exchange proposition. This is something that you present to a visitor on your website that is compelling. In other words, that they must have, if you like, and therefore are willing to exchange their name, their email address, their telephone number for it. Typically, you'll find that that is a downloadable proposition. Depending on where your potential prospect is on the sales cycle, they could be at the very outset where you're trying to capture them. That's where you'd use an exchange proposition. Or you may already have captured them and you want to follow up with, say, an email sequence with value in each part of the email sequence. So that value proposition could be called a development value proposition. So in other words, you're developing a sales inquiry to the point where they become a customer. And after you have acquired a customer, you might want to continue promoting value to that particular customer, and that could be called your growth proposition. In other words, your upsell, or whatever way you're going to take this customer and scale up your business with that particular customer. So the types of value propositions on your website are multiple, and it is very, very important to get them right, because it is your value proposition and how it is articulated that determine how well or how effectively a prospective customer or a visitor to your website actually engages with you or identifies themselves.